How's it going, guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have the infamous band Secrets with us tonight, and he can say his name, what he does, and all that jazz.
Yeah, I'm Richard. I'm the guitarist and singer of the band Secrets. I'm not the entire band, but I am the oldest member, bro.
You are the OG, so
I'm the only one. I'm the only one left from the.
that's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
Richard, I appreciate you coming on. I had told a bunch of people I've been a huge fan since The Ascent, and I've been following your guys' journey throughout. So this is, to me, massive bucket list person to knock off the list here. So I appreciate you coming on.
Oh man, I appreciate you having me. Hey, you're pretty professional about it too. I like the way that you set up the meetings and the time and like an actual scheduling. Kind of felt like I was going into a job interview, honestly, dude.
It could be.
It's pretty good though.
Surprisingly enough. But anyway, Richard, I have to ask, I'm sure you get asked this a ton just being in the band for the longest, but how did the band start out initially? How did you guys kind of get the members? And then I know you guys went through a couple different lineup changes, and then how did it kind of, basically the Secrets anthology story, since you were probably the person to ask.
How did we get here?
How did you get there? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty long story. I'll try and cut it down a bit. Yeah, so they had another band before, the three members before. It was Joe, Sherman, and Xander.
Mm-hmm.
So they all knew each other. They were in a band previously, and they were working with Tom Denny. And then they had two other members that quit, and they had 3 songs, 3 demos, and they're like, shit, we need a vocalist. And also a guitarist. And so our manager at the time emailed me, and I was like, no. Because I was in another band, and I denied it at first.
Oh,
and
yeah, you were, yeah.
Yeah, he emailed me back a little bit later, like it was like a month or two, and he was like, dude, I swear we're going to get signed. It's going to be amazing. And I was like, all right, I'm going to take the leap. I did it, flew out to Florida. We tracked the 3 songs, and we were signed within a month after that. And so that's how it all started. It was like an email thing. And then from there, we went back to Florida with Tom, and we finished The Ascent. So that was like, so the songs that they had all the instrumentals, and I just had to fly out there, and we were in a hotel together, and I just sat there and wrote all my parts and recorded them. And then the next time, we did the rest of the album.
Wow.
That's the start. Yeah. And then throughout the years, members fell off. New members joined, and it kind of like it did. I could see from like an outsider's perspective how it like crazy, like these huge events, but it didn't feel that bad because as soon as somebody would be gone, we'd have somebody else so quickly, and we just keep moving. That was the only thing. I was so young, and it was all I wanted to do is just tour and see the world and make music, and nothing would stop me from doing that. So it felt very fast to me. Like looking back, like. There's crazy key moments throughout our career, and they just feel like, I don't know, so long ago, and it all happened really quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, again, just kind of following your band and, like, obviously, seeing the progress that was kind of, like, made throughout, like, the years. Like, Fragile Figures is still arguably one of my favorite, like, post-hardcore records that I've heard in a hot minute. And, with the newest album, I was like, I feel like you guys kind of took like a little bit of a break. Also, shout outs to my cat hanging out there.
Kitty?
It was my boy Meatball, my guy. He's my dude.
Dude.
But I remember, you guys kind of took like a bit of like some like breaks, and then I felt like you guys were like a little bit radio silent, and then the new album, like you guys obviously have been on Velocity for like a long time, and I was like, man, are they gonna release a new album? Like, where are we going here? Like, what's happening? And then the newest album came out, and I was just like, man, these guys are coming back. Like I was like, they're angrier, they're heavier. Like, there was just something about the new record that I kept listening through like a couple different times, and I was just like, man, like they still keep that consistent energy. And just for like, again, a band that's been around for like roughly 10 years or more now at this point, like it's such a crazy thing how you guys have like evolved and changed and made it interesting as being like kind of one of the more original members. I know you did mention like the time felt very quick, and like, obviously you guys are at that point, but do you ever feel like at some points you're like, man, is this band gonna like be at the place it's at now? Because like I imagine having a band for 10 years is like to me, like I've been doing this for 7 years almost. Like that's
Yeah.
a super long time. So like, did you feel like, man, like this is gonna keep going? Like, did you really have that energy to like be like, oh, I want to do this, keep doing it?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. So the radio silence thing that you said, where like it seemed like we dropped off, that whole time we're still working and talking to each other and developing new stuff to release. And we have so many songs that never got put onto the record.
What?
But like,
Wow.
yeah, that whole time in between. Yeah. So we had a lot of songs. And what do we have on the record? 12, 11 or something like that?
Yeah, I think it was 12. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So that's just what got put on the record. So wait, the real question was I ever worried? I mean, I'm worried all the time. Like I'm constantly scared about everything. But I think that we've gotten to this point now where we're an established name.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
among the scene, like maybe we're not the biggest band, but it's so easy at this point. I can do whatever I want and then take the time out of my day to write a record or do something like this and release it. And there's no real. So the way that we've figured, the way I see it is, I don't necessarily have to be on the road 6 months out of the year like we used to. We just need to put out content, and which I can do. I mean, we all have studios in our houses, and it's not too much of an issue. So I got over that little hump where it's like it's make or break sort of. It's like
Sure, yeah.
it doesn't matter so much. People are gonna listen to our music, and if they don't, it doesn't matter. I'm fulfilled with everything that I've done. I'm seeing the entire world. So everything else that keeps going is just the cherry on top. Where I'm like, oh, this is great. I still get to continue to be a musician and hold that title of I'm a professional musician.
Yeah. No,
So I can't see it going away necessarily, but it could. I mean, our next album could just suck dicks.
I hope not. I mean, I feel like you guys, again, to me, like, you've always been this band that has been very consistent in, like, your sound and what you're doing, and I think I gotta commend you a lot for that, because there are bands that kind of go out and do something different, and not to say that that's a bad thing, because I think there is certainly a time and place for that, but I would even argue too, like, with just like the consistency of each record being kind of like a stepping stone to that next point, and I just love the growth over the years, like pre-YouTube channel, just like finding out about your band on Rise, or like finding like one of the demos and being like, oh my god, these guys are great, and then just kind of like seeing you guys play live like multiple times. I can't even count how many times I've seen you guys play live before, and like see you guys out with like friends that I've grown to love doing this YouTube thing, and being like, oh my god, like Secrets, they're always like consistent, they're always killing it, you need to like have them on. And so it just feels very like there's always that next big thing, and I hope that obviously continued good things for you, obviously, and it's just a cool thing to see you guys continue to just put out really just consistently good music.
I mean, I can elaborate on that. Like the way you said, people are evolving. That's natural. People do that, and it's not like we haven't tried new things before. Within like mixed into our records, there's some albums that are mostly singing. And then, this album, it's mostly screaming. Like, we decided to do a true to itself metalcore record because, like you said, a lot of people are like, oh, I want to incorporate this Bring Me the Horizon style, or try to go, like, Octane, or, like, something like that, where they just want more and to be a radio rock sort of band. And it's not, call it selling out or anything. It's like, that's just where they are at that point. And where we were for this record was, we want to make one of the records that we grew up listening to, that was just, heavy parts, great chorus, and every single song has like the big breakdown. Like,
oh yeah,
I don't know, it felt good to make that. It felt like, so while we were doing it, we're like, is this corny? Are people gonna judge us? Like, is this too dated? And everybody loved it because I feel like people have missed that.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and now we just made that record, but newer, a little more fresh.
It's got like a modern take on it, like records I probably grew up listening to as well, where you're like, oh my god, like I remember listening to like, you know, The Hollow with Memphis Mayfire. Kind of, I find that akin to that, where
It's similar though, like that. But I mean, they were like
yeah.
like doing like more riffs like that, like choppy ones. And we have some of those in there. But yeah, that was a good record, dude.
Oh, classic,
Yeah,
classic,
we
classic.
toured with them while they were on that cycle, or right after that cycle.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. I feel like that was, I don't know, maybe did I can't even remember if I saw that tour. I would imagine I had, because that was such
It
a
was in Europe.
monumental. Oh,
It was
it
in
was in
Europe. It
Europe.
was
Okay.
yeah, it was of Mice and Men, them, and us,
Oh,
and we did
wow.
UK and Europe. Yeah, it was a while ago. Xander was
That's
still in the band, so it was like 2012, 2013.
gotcha. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe I know I definitely saw Memphis Mayfire around that time, so maybe I
Mm-hmm.
think they were doing some sort of other tour, but yeah, no, I like with your band, I think it's just this consistency aspect of it. And I also have to give a shout out who we talked about earlier. Shouts to Macario. He's my guy. Love him. And then Richard gave me a little tidbit that he recorded your first band when you were coming up. Is that accurate?
Yeah, it is. Is this live or are you pre-recording
No, this
this?
is pre-recorded.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so yeah, he did. He recorded my first band when I was in high school, and we did it with our drummer couldn't record to a click, so there was no click track. It was like so. It was so, we paid him like $300 or $500 or something stupid. But after that, like we became really close friends, and like we stuck together forever. And he started doing, he became a sound engineer. He was always into audio, and we did our first. Was our first headliner? No, it wasn't our first headliner. We did a headliner, and we're like looking for a sound guy. It was the first sound guy we'd ever taken out. I was like, I got my boy Mako out here. Let's take him out. And so he's like learning all these boards and stuff as we go. And ever since then, yeah, we just talked about it the other day. Like he helped me get to where I wanted to be, and then I had a chance to like put my hand down and be like, "Hey, come up here, dude." And since then, he's just like catapulted, and he's doing
Oh
so
yeah.
well.
Oh yeah.
Like he owns all of his own gear, so when people hire him, he's also renting out the board and everything. And it's pretty. I feel like it's important that people take care of their friends, and there shouldn't be any jealousy in people
Yeah, yeah.
succeeding at all. Like, have you ever dealt with that with some of your friends at all? Like, I remember growing up, and it was always this weird thing where people would kind of judge you about your success or just get upset with their own thing.
Yeah, I think I feel that way just because I think YouTube is very much like that, where it's just very like you got to keep doing stuff, and then like you're trying to compare yourself to like other YouTubers and be like, oh well, like I'm glad that they're seeing the success that they're seeing, but for me, it's like. I've been doing this for 7 years. Like, I'm like, where's my break gonna happen? And
Yeah,
obviously, I feel like that's human nature to feel that way, certainly.
it
But
is.
also at the same point, like, any opportunity that I have to like help friends out when I can, I'm gonna do it. Like if I have to stick my neck
Mhm.
out, I'll more than glad to stick my neck out and be like, hey, listen, like this is how much pull I have. I'm gonna try to do whatever I can to try to get somebody to that other person. And if I can do it, great. If I can't do it,
Dude,
then I have tried every possible avenue to get to that point.
yeah, super noble. Yeah, so I guess you're in a whole different world than us. Granted, we are on YouTube, but we're not content creators on
Sure.
YouTube.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
just, I mean, I guess we could dive further into it, and we've kind of talked about it, maybe, but we all live in Nashville, and everybody else lives in California.
Oh wow.
So,
Okay.
so like Wade and I talk to each other pretty much every day. We're texting about something that's happening, and it's just harder because I'm so far away.
Sure.
And we're
Yeah.
so we're so much older now and domesticated and just like God, I mean, I got like plants outside that I treat like my babies. And
Respect
turning
though.
into a dad without kids, yeah.
That's like me, and here out.
Meatball,
This is my guy, Meatball. He is not happy right now.
he looks hella pissed.
He's. I should just post that on TikTok and then just have like the secrets breakdown on there. I'll do it,
Dude,
guys.
I like your. When I was a kid, I always dreamed of having that. Where are you up in the top of your house right now? Is that your
Yeah,
room?
in my
Yeah.
apartment. Yeah.
Like when I was younger, I always wanted that. I was like, gosh, I wish my room looked like that. Like seeing it in movies or something.
It's
Was always a
hot as
dream.
fuck up here. That's why I have the AC like current. I don't think you probably can hear it because I have like a little, you know, wind
Yeah, it's
gauge on here.
perfect.
But it is, yeah, it's hot up here, so that's why. But yeah, no, and I'm hoping to get some sort of flag probably here at some point.
Oh hell yeah.
And I like your setup with all your, you know, looks like records, CDs, guitars, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
You know, you
all
got the setup,
DVDs and stuff. Yeah, I'm still getting everything sorted. Hold on.
the little stage setup thing, the secrets. I like that.
I got like millions of these that I had to just move out. There.
I probably should. I honestly probably should put those up in up in here. I'll probably put them maybe on
Sorry.
the wall. But
Yeah.
I get that because I just moved in here and I have. I'll give a shout outs to my poster. This is the first one. I'll grab the other one, but this is an Under Oath farewell tour poster.
God, they always have the best artwork.
Shout outs to them. I'm almost positive I got everybody's signature on here, which is pretty wild.
Yeah.
So this is my pride and joy. If you come to my house and you try to steal this, I'm going to kill you. Not actually kill you, but I would.
You're gonna have to commit a crime, dude.
Allegedly. I'm just going to put allegedly so I don't get canceled on the internet. And then here's the other one. Shouts to the Word Alive, Fit for a King. Out came the world.
Oh, this is a while back, huh?
This is a while ago. Yeah, I've had this one for a
Yeah.
while. I want to give a shout out because they played TLA here in Philadelphia, and the person they were like doing like this was before I started YouTube. They did this like raffle for the show, and ironically enough, it was sitting like pretty close to around my birthday, so I entered in just as like what happens, right? And then I got an email, and they're like, "You won," and I was like, "What?" I was like, "That's so cool," and I was just like, "Why did I win?" Like, And the lady was like, "Oh, well, we saw it was your birthday like 5 days ago or something like that," and they're like, "We wanted to give it to you as like a birthday present," and I was like, "That is so nice." So
super sweet, dude.
So yeah, and this was when Luke Holland was in the band. So shout outs to Luke.
We toured with him around then.
So.
I remember meeting him when he was a lot younger than me. That was a while ago. We've done like 2 or 3 tours with them, I think.
They're great.
Yeah.
I love them.
They're really, really nice dudes. Like, really nice dudes. Because I've kind of met them through all of their member changes and stuff too. So, and everyone's super kind. Yeah, great artwork.
Yeah, I'll have to get a secrets flag. So if anybody in the comments wants to sell me a secrets flag, I'll put it right here somewhere.
Yeah.
This area here. So I can show my love and respect for secrets. But it's so cool. Like, and I kind of like as we're talking about this, it kind of gives me a lot of nostalgia for like getting into the scene and being a part of it for such a long time. Like I'm 29, so we're relatively close in age. And so for me, it's like now I look at some stuff and I'm just like, man, I feel really fucking old sometimes because it's just like comparatively, it's like the 18-year-old that goes to a show and you're just like, I remember that like 10 years, like roughly 10 years ago. And getting fresh into the scene and stuff. So, I hope that if anything, bands go and obviously listen to Secrets, you need to do that, links below. But as well as that, like it's such a cool thing to be a part of it. And I hope that I can teach my kids about metalcore when they want to learn about it or not. Who cares? But I'm going to just be like, beat it.
Yeah. You're going to be the random dad, dude.
I probably will be, honestly. I'll probably be like the dad, and I'll be like, "Hey, what's going on?" It's the dad of like emo alt, So
yeah,
I hope.
It's just it's the best scene to be involved in. I love it so much.
100%. Everybody's so nice. Like I know I've definitely. I've met Secrets a bunch of times, and I
don't remember meeting you, dude. Why am I such a dick like that?
It's all good. I didn't have any like it wasn't any like I've met all of you guys collectively, and I was just like I've had a good experience like meeting all of you, chatting, just talking about like music and stuff, and so I think you guys are all just fucking nice people, and I think that's kind of, at least for me, it's the collective sentiment of just like the alt scene, like metalcore, like post-hardcore scene. I genuinely haven't met anybody that I have like not liked. Everybody is just super nice, super chill, cool people,
Yeah,
you know, and that's
yeah.
awesome.
It feels like it for sure. I mean, I don't know. It's I have my days. I feel like I'm getting amnesia, dude, because I for sure should remember you. But this is happening so much, and I swear I don't. Like I want to remember everybody, but it just
It's
sometimes it
tough.
doesn't happen, and I apologize for that.
Oh, no, no,
But
no. I didn't even mean it in like a call out sense. It was just like
no, I know you didn't.
I've had all of these great experiences with people like, you know, pre YouTube and currently now. Like it just,
Hmm.
again, the scene is such a nice, like, welcoming you know, welcoming scene, and you know, I try to do my best to welcome everybody that I, you know, come in contact with, because you know, I think it's that, like, this type of music welcomed me with open arms, and so I feel like I have to, you know, I feel like
Yeah,
I owe that to other people to be like just as welcoming. So again, go check out Secrets. They're all lovely dudes, but
check us out.
check them out. But
What's your segue?
the segue is, Rich, who are you influenced by? Who kind of got you started out playing guitar initially? Like, what were some of the bands that were like, you were just like, man, I need to learn how to play guitar. I need to learn how to sing. I need to do all this stuff. And then who influences your style more currently now?
Okay, so the very first thing, always been into music. I was into a lot of like older, like, okay, so Led Zeppelin was the first thing when I
Oh,
was young. I
nice.
heard Stairway to Heaven, and I had this. I think I was in sixth grade, and my math teacher is this really cool hippie dude with like long hair, and he always had a guitar in the classroom, and he was like, he played like all the old jams, and I'm like
Yeah.
obsessed with it. And I was like, dude, can you teach me Stairway to Heaven? And so we'd come into on lunch. He would allow kids to come in and jam and play guitar.
Oh, very neat.
And he said, if you pass this class, I'll teach you Stairway to Heaven. I
Wow.
failed the class and I learned it on my own, but that was like I was like the worst student. It wasn't like I was just so young and naive back then, but that doesn't matter. So that was the start of it all. I was into a bunch of old rock and then into punk. Like I got really into like Propagandhi, which I don't know if you've ever
Oh,
heard them.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They shred for
They
sure.
do.
And then another thing was a VHS of this dude doing Metallica lessons. He'd teach you how to play Metallica
Oh,
songs. So
okay. Yeah.
that was me starting to riff, and then System of a Down, and then it evolved into I heard Under Oath.
Oh,
When I heard Under Oath, it turned into Taking Back Sunday and Brand New.
yeah.
All this music was coming out at this very influential time in my life, and I think that those are some of my biggest influences still to this day. It was that older. So I mean, dude, They're Only Chasing Safety was one of the best records ever made. So
Oh, yeah. Oh,
huge
yeah.
influence. Yeah, and then yeah, I don't know. It's just all evolved so much from there. Now I think a lot of my influences, probably lyrically, would be a lot of Death Cab, or for singing, like Cartel taught me how to sing a
Oh,
lot, like the way he projects. One of my favorite vocalists in the world. So lots
can't
of emo
agree.
stuff.
Yeah, no, definitely in my lane. I'm glad you gave a shout out to Cartel. I'm so stoked that
Yeah.
they're
Also,
back.
Seosin. Seosin.
Oh,
They are, yeah. They just released 17. It's a really good song.
and yes, Seosin. I will have to ask. I feel like this is a very tumultuous question. Were you more of an Anthony or were you more of a Cove Seosin fan?
Well, the record that Cove is on is the perfect record. Well, he did two, but the first one, front to back, their self-title, is just a 10 out of 10 record. So I would say that the stuff that Anthony, which I know all these dudes, so it's kind of weird to say,
Yeah,
but
fair enough. Yeah.
I don't know Anthony super well. I know Bo and Cove. I think that the stuff that Anthony did, they had some really good songs, but it was all sort of poorly recorded, and you
Sure. Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
have anything fully established. And when they did the record with Cove, it was perfect timing, stars aligned, and they made a fantastic record. So I'd have to say that record beats anything that Anthony has done. Although I do like the Anthony stuff. It's
Yes.
necessary.
Yes. It's the
Yeah.
evolution, as we talked about. You know.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Absolutely.
I love, like, I feel like initially
Sorry about that.
oh, it's all good. I feel like initially I was the, like, Cove stan. I love In Search of Solid Ground. The self-titled is probably top 10, one of my favorite records of all time.
Same.
And so I felt like, yeah, that, undeniably those are two beautiful records. However, I went back and listened to like the newest Seosin record that they did with Anthony, and then as well as that, like the first EP, 7 Years, and it's good. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, if I didn't know that Cove existed in that bubble, then I probably would still love Seosin still. But just because the Cove era exists for me, like that's the one that I feel like the most gravitation to. But
Yeah.
it is just, oh man, what a fantastic record. I was so lucky to shout outs to my friend Dave. Many moons ago, when I was starting to first collect vinyl, he had posted it, and I was like, I have to buy this off you. And so I bought it off of him, and it's still in my record collection today. So that one's the one that I need to do. And then also had the opportunity to interview Cove, I think a couple years ago, like two or 3 years ago, and I told him like how much he like influenced my life.
Shout out Dead American.
Woo! Yeah.
It's hard to see. I got the worst camera. You look super clear, though, dude. You're looking handsome. Yeah, translating the name will always be a super important EP.
Yes.
For our scene. Third Measurement and C. Oh my God, they perched on stilts.
Ooh.
Actually, after this, I gotta go back and listen to it because it's been a minute. But yeah, it's crazy, dude. Because I've toured with Code now twice. What a very, very kind person. He's just he's an old soul.
Yes, he is.
You know, he's very free spirited, like almost hippie-ish too. You know,
he is. Yeah,
like he could have been fine in a different era.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
and he was my profile picture for like the longest time because I was just like, oh, it felt like a very redeeming moment in my life. Like, again, much like Secrets was on my bucket list, like anything that Cove was on my bucket list, and I was able to get that done. So I feel like you said, with Secrets, it's like anything is just like extra. That's how I feel. You know, the only other people I feel like if I had to, it'd be like somebody like really big, like Dave Grohl would be fantastic to just like meet and talk with. I think he would be just just to rack his brain about stories like with Nirvana and like Foo Fighters. Like that would just be a cool experience. But I'm not at that level yet. But I'm hoping Dave Grohl's next year.
Yeah, ideally. Let's see what happens with him. Huh? They're going through it right now.
Oh yeah,
that guy. I could listen to him talk for so long. Just everything he says rolls off the tongue so easy. He's so witty. And nice to hear speak. I love it. I just watched his Hot Ones episode. It's from like 5 or 6 months ago.
Oh, that was good.
I was like, man, this guy's funny. He brought in the shots to go shot for shot with Sean. That was awesome.
That's a great show too. Shouts to
he goes, hey, another shot, and he's like, he puts his hand in the cup and blocks the ice that way each time after he's eating wings, and it's like a little bit nasty, but I don't care. I would still take it because it's Dave Grohl.
It is.
He could have freaking itched his butt and done that, and I would have been totally fine.
And I think, guys, I will recommend, if you haven't watched this, because I feel like you're such a music connoisseur that you'd be watching this interview. I would definitely recommend watching his documentary with his mom, where his mom interviews him, and his mom interview like other bands' moms and stuff like that, and how they grew up and everything. And it's just, it's so good. I think it's on Paramount Plus, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I just saw that. They have, by the way, this whole time I'm looking at you, but my camera's up here, but I'm looking in your eyes while we're speaking. I just saw that. So they have an episode with Miranda Lambert.
Yes.
And then who's the other girl? My girlfriend is actually on tour with this girl.
Brandi Carlile?
Brandi Carlile, yeah. My girlfriend's in... where is she? She was just in DC last night. I'm not sure where she is now. Yeah, so she and before that, she was on tour with Miranda Lambert. Yeah.
What?
And I saw that. I was like laying in bed, like looking through, because I've been on this real documentary kick. Like whenever I go to lay down, and it's not conducive to me sleeping at all because I turn it on and I just get hooked in crazy documentaries. But I saw that one, and I will check it out now.
It's
you've given me the
definitely
rec.
It's I like, as being, you know, an interviewer, I love Dave and his mom's like process of not only interweaving like his life and the way that he kind of grew up, but also like the lives of like the other people. I think he did like Pharrell and Pharrell's mom. That was really cool. Like that one.
Mm-hmm.
Geddy Lee of Rush was really cool. Tom Morello they did of Rage Against the Machine. That one was wild. That one was so cool. So I gotta
Start with that one.
it was such a good like list of artists and just like people I was just like, I didn't know about this sort of stuff, and like obviously probably would have never known about it beyond that point, but I definitely something that again would highly recommend if you're a big fan of those artists. I would highly recommend watching it because it was great.
I'm also a giant mama's boy. It's interesting to hear other people's dynamics with their moms, especially with musicians too, because it's such a out of the box field to get into. But I had undying support the entire time, and luckily I've been mildly successful at it. So.
Shout outs to Mama Rogers, always cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was great. And then I'd also recommend Vice does a documentary of like how it was like the story. I think it's called The Story of, and it's basically like if you take like the one that I watched, the first one I watched was I believe it was Vanessa Carlton's 1,000 Miles, and it was just like how that song got the notoriety that it had gotten, and it's like 20 minutes. It's on YouTube. Go watch it. They have like a bunch of other ones. They did one with Papa Roach. Wheatus was on there. It's just like and weird people, but like somehow it's just like such an interesting thing of how like songs were created.
I gotta Google this, but you keep moving on and asking me whatever, because Vice did something that was kind of almost only about skaters that was really good.
We'll have to link it below, and post Brandon will be on the case on that.
Okay, so it's called Epically Latered. It's a Vice thing. Okay. So EPICLY and then Latered.
Oh, nice.
They have a good episode with Bam Margera, and they just got a bunch of really good segments on that. And I grew up loving skateboarding and skating.
Oh yeah.
It was either skateboarding or music, so it was a lot of people that I was idolized when I was younger, and they covered it in a really cool way. You know, and most of them it's like they fell off really hard, like with Bam getting addicted and getting all chubby, and hopefully he's okay now. I think he's still in rehab.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, it is kind of crazy, but you know, obviously, like best of luck to Bam, and like you know, obviously that culture kind of mixed with like you know music and stuff are very synonymous with each other, so always a cool thing.
Yeah. Growing up, living that type of life is just putting gasoline in the fire, dude. It's
an
interesting way to be, because you're like you get, I don't know, it's like it's cool to party apparently, but until it ends up not cool and your life's all fucked up, which I mean I've seen so many times, dude. But some people they get by, man. They can have some drinks and be fine, like Dave Grohl. I mean, I got a drink right here. Shout out. Shout out to Tito's and soda.
I just have shout outs to Spindrift. If you want to sponsor my channel, that'd be lit.
Oh, nice. I mean, so I got a protein shake right here.
I did.
And then that over there. I was just at the gym before I got on here, dude, and I'm like rolling on pre-workout at the moment. I was so shaky before I got on, and I'm easing in now.
I started going back to the gym, and shout outs to my roommates. They were like, "Oh, do you want to?" Like, they literally texted me before I hopped on here, and they were like, "Hey, do you want to go to the gym?" And I was like, "Son of a bitch!" I was like, "I have 3 interviews today," so I was like, "Can't do it," but love going.
Do you have one at 9:30 next, or is this your last one?
No, I have another one at 11 o'clock at night tonight. So I still.
That's 12 for you, right? You said you're in Philly?
I am in Philly, so the band I'm interviewing is from Australia, so I have to. I'm staying up late, and they're like it's like mid-afternoon their time. So, shout outs to them. Ruffians.
What's their
band?
Ruffians? That's a good band name.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was just like, they emailed me, and I was like, that's a dope band name. And musically, probably not what you expect. So, big shout outs to Ruffians.
Ruffians. I'm gonna pull them up, so when we're done, I'll listen to Stay O Sin and then Ruffians.
But
freaking hold on, I was gonna say. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No,
yeah, you're in Philly, bro. I was living like an hour and a half from you for a year before I moved out to Nashville. I was in
What?
Lancaster.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Lank's not too far away from where I'm at now.
It was terrible. Dude, it was terrible. It was just Amish country, man.
It is.
It's not
It
my
really
tempo.
is. It is really
Yeah, we
like
wrote.
nothing's
So one
out
of the
there.
big, yeah, nothing. One of the biggest production companies in the freaking world is out there. Claire Global. It's in Lidditz. Yeah, it's in Lidditz, PA.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, my girlfriend got a job with them because she was freelance forever, and then we had to move out there for a year, and then as soon as our lease was up, we were able to transfer to Nashville, and now it's fantastic.
There you go.
Ruffians.
Wow.
Rufio popped up.
It's
Is that two Fs?
It's RUFFIANS.
Thought so.
They're like, I don't know how much popularity they have.
841 monthly listeners.
There you go. Ruffians, shout outs to them. But
Let's get that number up.
let's go, guys. Go check them out. But yeah,
That's awesome.
I feel like funnily enough, we have a lot of common interests in terms of like growing up in the same kind of like household. Like my parents very much were into like classic rock, and so like, you know, I would listen to like Boston, like Styx, Kiss,
Oh, yeah.
all of those like classic bands that you know and love. And
Yeah.
so like for me, it was like, I was like, man, like I should do that. Like, and then I never really got into it. And then I got to give a shout outs to one of my dad's old employees, because he used to own like a landscaping business. He was like this atypical like 80s hair metal guy. Like he had like long blonde hair, you know, shredder, just like wild. And he was the one who taught me guitar. So shout outs to Pat. Gotta give him some love, because otherwise I probably wouldn't be interviewing.
Let's go,
any of these
Pat.
bands. Pat, love you, man. Hope you're doing well.
What do you got back there? You got a little fender hanging out, huh?
I got my little Fender here, and then I'll pan over, pick my webcam up, and then I got my
Make sure there's no dildos hanging out.
There's none. Those are all hidden.
Oh, nice, dude.
So
I
I
like your
have,
Pikachu, too.
Thank you. It's terrifying at night, but yeah, no. So then, like, I really got into guitar, and then obviously got into the alternative scene, and a lot of the bands you mentioned, like Cartel, was like probably one of the first bands that I got really, really into, and I was just like, oh my god, like honestly, just like all of their whole catalog was great. Like Yellow Card I got into, and then kind of branched out, got into Taking Back Sunday, got into My Chem, and then just kind of like, you know, continued the trail on until, you know, ultimately making it to, you know, bands like Your Secrets, like, you know, current bands that I've been loving, like Loathe, like Void of Vision, like some
Love
of the
is
really,
good.
some of those like
They're
really
all good. It's a really good time for metalcore. There's some good bands out there. Era, that's a fantastic band.
shouts to Era as well.
Unbelievable. Those guys, those are some real talented musicians over there, bro.
Oh, big facts. And also shouts to Movements. That's their
Oh, that's a Movements thing? What does
Yeah.
that say? No good left to give?
yeah, it's gotta give a shout outs to them. They're great too.
They're the ones with Daylily, right?
Yes.
Think You Need a Pink
Correct.
Cloud Summer.
Yeah. They're great.
It's a good song.
Love them. But the next question, Richard, that I have for you is a question I love asking. What are you currently jamming right now? What's on the Spotify? What have you been listening to lately?
Lots of sports podcasts.
Oh, all right. You're a sports head. All right.
Yeah, we got football's coming back, so fantasy's hitting right now. Let's see what I've been listening to. I kind of listen to a lot of the same stuff. Wonder Years
Nice.
has a new record coming out. One of my probably the best pop punk band ever made. Like if there was a time capsule and you had to pick somebody from a genre, I would pick them for pop punk. They are the staple pop punk band to me. They may not be the oldest pop punk band, but they do everything that is pop punk.
Big facts.
And they do it goddamn well, dude. It's such a good band.
Big facts.
Yeah, and then Death Cab for Cutie, they have a new record that's slowly trickling out, so I've been listening to them. Bayside
Oh, yeah.
has a record coming out. They just released a song called Good Advice, and it is top notch. Probably one of my favorite songs released in a while. What else we got? Oh, I just got into really depressing stuff. Julian Baker.
Oh.
Dude, Mako got me into this song, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a song called "Me and My Dog" by Julian Baker.
Oh, I love Julian Baker.
I don't want to play it. Yeah, so it's like Julian Baker, Phoebe Bridges, and some other girl, and I can't remember what their actual band name is called.
Is it Boy Genius?
Genius. That's
Oh,
it. Yeah.
Oh. Chef's
Yeah,
kiss.
and then there's a band called Pine Grove, and I think they're
Yes.
from your area.
Oh, Pine Grove is so good.
Pine Grove's a good band,
They're
dude.
so
It's like
good.
that alt country, almost emo.
Yeah.
They do weird like waltz signatures out of nowhere. They're all over the place and just fantastic music. Really good emo music. Yeah, it sounds like I just listened to emo.
That's all right. Listen, a big respect. Also, shout outs to Mako on the Julian Baker, like Phoebe Bridgers. Like, God, I love those. I love those two artists. Funnily enough, waiting my parents, I sent records to them, and it's a Julian Baker and a Phoebe Bridgers record. So,
Jesus.
so I'm very stoked to get those in hand. But yeah,
Ooh, another thing. Killswitch Engage was one of the first bands that I heard that got me into the metalcore stuff too.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I was like, these guys.
wild.
My
Are you
curves
are you
are
a Jesse or a Howard guy?
I don't really care. I just like the songs. Like I never followed it too much, but Howard actually dated our old manager for a minute. Yeah, she's like this super small Greek girl, and he's just giant.
Yeah,
I think she's like 5'2" or something. Crazy.
shout outs to Howard Jones. I honestly probably wouldn't have gotten into Killswitch Engage if it wasn't for him. So
That's where you stand.
that's where I stand. And the only reason I love bringing it up is Guitar Hero 3 because my curse was on Guitar Hero 3. And that was just that was that straw that broke the camel's back, and then I really got into their band and just like End of Heartache's great. Oh man, like they classic.
That's funny,
classic
man. I'm going through the fans also like, and I'm remembering a lot of stuff. Shadows Fall.
Oh,
Trivium, All That Remains.
Trivium, All That Remains, yeah.
It wasn't my favorite style because they're like metal. Like it's a little different than what I would normally listen to. But I mean, absolutely important bands for me.
Big facts.
You know, another one was Silverstein.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah, and I talked to That's so whatever you were explaining going through where you have that bucket list thing. Like, dude, I've met and been on the road with a lot of these bands that I was listening to when I was 16 years old, and it's crazy to actually befriend them. And I don't know, it's pretty rad. It's a beautiful thing, man.
It is a really cool thing. I don't know if Secrets and Silverstein would go out on a tour, but I think I would die a very happy person.
We toured twice.
What?
Yeah, we've toured together twice.
Oh my God, did I like miss it?
I think so. Yeah, dude, like Boz was on the first one we did.
What? Oh man, that's a beautiful lineup.
Oh, and man. Issues. It was Issues first tour.
Oh, what? Oh man. Oh, that hurts so much.
Isn't that crazy?
That hurts me. I'm hurting right now.
It was a long time ago.
What a lineup.
Yeah.
Oh. Do you have any lineups that, because like I said, you've been doing this for a while, like is there any specific lineups with Secrets that you were just like, holy shit, I can't believe like this is the tour I'm on?
That was one.
Yeah, sure.
All of the Warped tours.
Yes.
Specifically, gosh dang, I don't know. We've done so many. I'm trying to think back here. We did I think I was just too young for a lot of them. I was so young and I didn't realize. But we did Attack, Escape the Fate, and Us. And then that European tour was Asking Alexandria, no. Asking Alexandria, Ground the Empire, and The Ghost Inside.
Wow. Whoa.
That was one, and then the European tour before that, we went out into Europe with LS Night. Yeah. Dude, we've done a whole bunch of crazy stuff. It's so all of those are just great lineups. Dude, I think that there's really good tours coming out right now that are
100%.
Amazing. And it seems like the Plot News kind of like heading a lot of them, which is pretty nice.
That lineup they just announced was fantastic. I love that.
Yeah.
Avoid's
That's
a
going to
band
be
to
a
check
really
out.
good tour.
Check out Avoid.
Hey, there we go.
They're great. They're awesome. You want to talk about like
Great.
great mix of like metalcore? There's like a little pop punk sprinkled in there, a little post hardcore sprinkled in there. Man, they are just unbelievably talented. So
Big love to Crispy Eccles. Chris Chris used to be front row at all of our shows in San Diego over at Chain Reaction.
what?
Yeah, he's a good dude, man.
Shouts
Super
to
good
Chris.
kid. I'm glad that he's out there, making the dreams come true. That band is good.
They are awesome. I've been a
Yeah,
fan.
that band rips.
Avoid. Answer my emails back, please. Thank you. Love to have you on. That I know that's not in your control.
I'll text him.
I appreciate it, Rich. But guys, let us know if you have any new bands in the comments below that we should both check out. I'm sure we'll add them to our respective list here. But the next question I have for you, Rich, if there was a song to cover with Secrets, what song would you guys like to cover?
I don't think I have any good answer for that at all.
Are you against covers?
No, not necessarily. I think
Okay.
that they serve a purpose. They're fun to do. I mean, I cover stuff all the time on my own. I don't have a certain. Oh well. No, I don't have a certain song that I feel like we should cover. The only reason we have done any covers is because it's a top 40 song and it's going to get us like.
Fair
It's
enough.
not like "Shape of You" is my favorite song ever written. I think that we did an awesome cover of it,
I would
but so
agree.
many other bands covered it right at the same time, so it didn't matter. Nah, I'm not hating on the whole top 40 like cover thing. It is so fucking necessary,
Oh yeah.
and it just catapults your following and stuff. So whatever does it for you. It's just I don't know. I'd rather focus on new material, which I mean our record just came out 2 months ago, so it's
It is true. It is true. The
But we're already
collapse.
talking about the next one. Yeah, the Collapse. Listen to it.
Go check it out. Yeah, no, I kind of feel the same way. Like I love when bands really focus on their original material pretty hard. But I'd argue this point, which is I've made it a couple different times on the channel, is that if there's a band that I don't know and they play a cover song, and I know that song, I think it just makes it a little bit more like I'm like, okay, don't know this band, but if I know that song, I'm gonna be like, okay, can they make it their own? Where I'm like, okay, this is legit. Like they flipped the script on me, and now I'm gonna go check out their original music. So I feel like there is a little bit of like tug and pull with that, certainly. But I think if a band is able to make a cover song their own, and it doesn't sound like if it doesn't try to like copycat the original song.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
agree. I think that people are doing really cool covers too. Some are not great. Because you gotta understand, dude, when you're taking a song and adding the screaming aspect to it, it could really not go well.
Yeah, yeah. I could see that.
Really not
I've
do
seen
well.
I've seen my fair share of good covers, and I've seen my fair share of bad ones, certainly. But I think hopefully it allows them to just kind of like do different things, hopefully, and allow like their talents to shine. I think that's really what it comes down to. So
Yeah, I'm not against anything that will project push your band to the next level and help you gain fans. Totally fine. It's just something we've only done twice, and I feel like we might be pushing the limits. If we do it again, we might actually make a bad cover. And I'm so happy with the 2 covers we have. They both sound good to me.
So the truth is, guys, don't ask Rich for another cover song because there's probably a pretty good chance they will not.
Yeah, but I'll sit here on my acoustic and cover songs all day.
There we go. Well, if you want to go check out Rich and his, acoustic cover songs that I don't know if he posts them or he just plays them in the.
Not too often. I'm pretty like I don't post too often, dude. I'm in my little shell now. I gotta get out there. Hey, but Wade's been posting some really good covers.
Yeah,
Of,
shout outs to Wade. He's really been killing it on the cover game. So
yeah,
give him a shout.
he sounds good. He keeps trying to get me to do it too. I was thinking about doing it. He sent me a holding absence thing. They're doing like a cover contest, and he sent me the instrumentals, and he's like, "Yeah, sing this chorus." Like, maybe. I mean, I could right now. After I get off, I'm already set up, huh?
Yeah.
We already got the lighting going.
Big shout outs to Holding Absence. They're one of I would argue one of the best bands out right now. Were probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, he's a good singer. I like.
Shout outs to Lucas. He's killing it.
I still got that song in my head right now. I love any chorus where it's just kick, snare, kick, snare.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
Like a solid, drivey chorus. Oh, those are fun, man.
There we go, guys. Well, again, don't send any recommendations to Secrets for covers. But, I mean, if they do happen to do another one.
Maybe. Hey, put them down there because I might start doing what Wade's doing, the little 30-second Instagram clips.
There we go. Awesome.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, the thing that I find important is you got to actually be singing it. Granted, you can put it into your DAW, but don't pre-record it and then just mouth it. I fucking hate that.
There you go.
Because I know you edited the shit out of that thing. So if you're doing a cover, I want to hear it natural. Like maybe that's the old school part of me. I want to hear the flaws. I want to hear you do the best that you can in one goddamn take, dude. I don't want to hear. I don't want to look at you just mouth shit that you had already, touched up and. Ugh, it's like a filter.
The raw energy.
The raw stuff, man. Whatever happened, just showing people what you can actually do.
I like that. Big flex.
Very important.
It's very important. You heard it here first from Rich. Number one.
Yep. So if I do start doing those, it was real.
It's real.
No, I just start mouthing and I put freaking just melodyne the shit out of it.
Oh my god.
Richard sounds super good.
Oh my god. Oh man. He sounds great. I mean, you do sound great anyway, even post, I've seen you guys live and both you and Wade are just like chef's kiss.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No melodyne live, guys. Just remember that. It's all real.
Nope.
It's all
I
real.
do have some harmonies padded in the back though. But all the singing, that's all natural.
It's all good. The next question I have for you, Rich, just because the album is out now, The Collapse, I have to ask, just, I'm sure much like every band that gets asked this, favorite song, it's like your children, you can't, you try not to have a favorite child, but, sometimes it happens to be like that. So is there any specific song, like off The Collapse, that is just your favorite? And then I have a rebuttal question after you answer that one.
Sure. So Falling Out is probably my number one on there.
Ooh.
And then, hold on, I gotta pull up the record actually. I'm forgetting the names. I kind of had this all started up. I was doing a little bit of research on our career. Like, I was like, when did the record come out? Then, so my favorite songs, number one is going to be Falling Out. I just really like that song a lot. I like The Drift, which is technically an interlude because it's all singing, and I'm hella vain. And then Lost. Lost is a big one.
Yeah.
And then finally, probably Fade Away, just because it means a lot to me, and I feel like everyone in the band, so I like that one.
Ooh, that's good. I'm about that.
Like, Falling Out is, it's just... To me, it's a near perfect song where you get a verse, chorus type of thing that's like, I mean, it is a little more singing, but Wade even sings a verse too, and he sounds amazing on it.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's also one of my favorite choruses I've ever written.
I would agree. I think that one I really enjoyed. I liked... there was another one I liked here. I liked My Mind, Myself, and I. That one.
Oh, from that was from. So that was when we were in between labels, and we did a self-funded EP, which never got fully released. We only released 3 songs off of it.
Well, hopefully there will be more songs to come.
I like that EP a lot. That was when we transferred. We started. I think we were in. Yeah, so we did everything in G sharp, and it was all just very different than anything we'd ever done, because Connor Brannigan, much love to you, he did all of the instruments on that record. He's got like,
what? That's so cool.
He's got that like a beautiful mind type of brain,
Shout outs to Connor. He does.
Yeah, he
seems like
he sees things I don't. And then I have to like learn how to play the songs,
That's
which
awesome.
sucks.
I'm sure.
he keeps me on my toes. He makes me better.
There you go. Shout outs to Connor.
Hmm.
And then the follow up question I have for you, Rich, is what is one secret song that you think is underrated in your catalog? Because you guys have you have a decent amount of albums. So, I feel like, I don't know if you've been asked this question or not, but.
No, I don't know. That is a tough one to think about. All of them. Probably. Oh, this is gonna be the most like. Hold on. Probably one of the songs from that EP actually, which sucks because I can't just like. Iron Hearted. Iron Hearted is one of my favorite
Ooh.
songs we've ever made, and I just don't think that it got the attention that it deserved. Yeah, I'm gonna say that one. Also, probably. I feel like Incredible did pretty well. A lot of people listen to that
Yes,
one.
that was a good one.
And that's one of my all-time favorite songs. Last one. This one's actually for sure underrated. Chemical Romance is a 10 out of 10 properly written song to me. I really like that song.
Wow, what a throwback.
Wait, is it Chemical Romance? It's not Chemical Romance, is it?
Let me see. We're going to look it up here.
It was on the self-titled. And it's Chemical Reaction.
Chemical Reaction. Yeah,
I was like, Mike Kim. They're playing here soon.
Oh, very sick. Very sick.
Yeah.
I have yet to see them. So I feel like that's, guys, if you know anybody in the Philadelphia area.
It was never the emo band that I gravitated towards. I was always a little bit elsewhere. But I get it. They got some freaking heaters for sure. All right, so the answer was Iron Hearted, Chemical Reaction.
Yes.
And what was the other one I said? Doesn't matter. Those two are good enough.
We'll cut it in. We'll cut it.
Yeah.
Cut it out and cut it in.
Yeah,
man.
those two are good enough.
I like that. Man, yeah, and honestly, man, I'm looking at some of the the music videos you guys did because I'm looking up the wiki here. Man,
Yeah.
I loved I'll say I probably I'm starting to get into doing vocals and learning how to sing properly, and I'm just looking at all of obviously the music videos for what you guys have put out, and I forgot how much I loved Maybe Next May. That song is a heat. That's arguably one of my favorite Secret songs, I would say.
That song did really well though.
I would say, yeah, I would agree with that. I think it's one of those songs that really accentuated your singing, and every time that I think about Secrets, that's one of the first ones that comes to mind. So I feel like that would be one.
Yeah, I like that song. It's really hard to sing, and it's kind of about nothing.
Really? What?
I mean, it's nothing. It was nothing personal for me. It was just a song that we had to write. We picked a topic, and then I just wrote about it. I took feelings from my past or whatever, being broken up with when I was younger or some shit like that. But yeah, it's not like it's an ultra deep song.
Yeah.
It's just a song, which is fine. Not every song that you're gonna write is gonna have this crazy
meaning. Yeah.
Meaning to you. It's not gonna be a piece of yourself. That's so hard. Granted, most of the songs on this new record, they are pretty important. They do mean something to us. I mean, because now it's 70% of the record's kind of about anxiety and depression, which is a real thing that I finally found out existed. It's fuck, this sucks. And now it's all I can write about. But
I feel that.
I feel like everybody's going through that too, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, I think it's the honesty too. When bands, when bands talk about those sorts of things, I think if anything, I think it makes me resonate more with the band, and that's why I think I really enjoyed the collapse, and I probably put it high up there in regards to the albums that you guys have written. I'm probably pretty close to I think Fragile Figures and the collapse are back and forth, but But I think you guys just tapped into that energy that I just know and love from Secrets, and I think this one just had a lot, it has a lot of heart to it, and I think that's why I was really just pressing all I was pressing all of the keys on to do the interview, because I was I have to get Richard on, because it would be so cool to talk about the collapse a little bit more. And
man, this is one of the most comfortable podcast I've ever done. It feels like I'm just talking to somebody I've known for a while. So cheers to that, man.
Thank you.
It's been very easy, and that's another thing. It's like I'm hella socially awkward. I know I can talk through it a little bit, but getting the courage to put myself in these situations is something I'm always trying to get better at all the time.
Sure.
And
sure.
It is tough, but hey, you made it pretty easy, dude.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Big shout outs to Mako.
I swear to God, dude, it feels like somebody keeps filling this thing up. It is taking so long to get my protein in me.
I feel that. I like, well, my water bottle's over there, but like, I know the same thing where you like drink it and you're like, man, I only have this much left, and you drink some more and you're like, man, it's got to be at least half that, and then it fills up more and you're like, bro, where did this protein shake come from? So I
These things are freaking, like, sometimes when they're perfect, it's like, oh, it's great. And then sometimes it's really hard to stomach it. You're just like, I need to get this down because my body needs this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get one large, like, clump that's, like, that big, and you're like, man, it really makes it worse, you know? So,
yeah.
I get it.
Dude, the macros on these things are fucking fantastic, though, because I just upped my protein. So I'm doing 3 scoops for each one.
Oh my God.
So it's 30 over. It's basically 40 grams of protein in it, and then a bunch of fruit. And I do this non-fat, like, no sugar Greek yogurt.
Ooh,
and
nice.
it from Chobani.
Oh, all right.
Love you, Chobani. Let's get some cases sent over here.
Sponsor him. Sponsor my man. There we go. Let's go. At Chobani, guys. Secrets Chobani collab, you know.
What else you got for me? You got some stuff on your list?
I do. Speaking about collabs, it's a perfect segue. Is there anybody on your list that you would love to collaborate with that maybe you haven't had the opportunity yet to collab with?
It's hard enough working with the band that I'm in.
Oh.
No, it's not. I think Landon would be rad. He's such a good dude, and he's so goddamn talented.
He is.
Absolutely love him on a song. Garrett from Silent Planet, I just started hanging out with him. Ran into him at the gym a few weeks ago. And I was like, what the fuck? You live in Nashville now? He's like, yeah, I just moved here. I was like, okay. Maybe we'll get him on one. It'd be cool to hear him and Wade going back and forth. I think that would be dope.
That'd be stupid.
I mean, there's so many peers that we have, and everybody's so dang talented at singing and whatever their art is. It's just people are very, very lucky that if you're a metalcore fan right now, or
100%.
anything within this scene, it's fantastic. It's crazy because I'm a new fan again. Like I fell off a little bit. Like I just completely stopped listening to it. Now
that's fair.
I love it again because people are putting out such good material.
Quality.
It's all stuff. Yeah, quality stuff. I'm like, dang, I wish I wrote that. Now I can't write that. I gotta write something else because of you.
I feel that as somebody who is a purveyor of music, it's very difficult to not just find like a bunch of artists that are just doing good stuff. Like, so shout outs to all you. If I had to put my petition in as a collab, I'm just, we're gonna cycle it back. Mako, I'd love to have Mako on a track with you guys. Yeah. I feel like that'd be great. He's got a great voice. Shout out to Mako. He's my guy.
He is an ultra talent. Yeah, he was just in here playing that acoustic, actually. He played that Phoebe Bridgers song for me right in that corner.
Yes,
he was out here with Bothica and Cody and Cambria.
Oh.
And I went out to the show, but he had a day off here, and I went and picked him up, and we got some barbecue and just reminisced about the old times. And I was like, well, you got to see my house, because I just never thought that would happen. And we came up here to the studio, and he's just like, I don't know, he's got a lot of heart. He'll pick up a guitar at any moment and sing you a song and crush it. Yeah. Very, very talented. He's way better than I am, that's for sure.
I don't know. You guys are pretty close.
No. Trust me. I know him. He is much better than I am.
I'm just trying to be a nice interviewer, I feel like you are just as equally as talented, again.
Thank you.
In my heart, I believe that, so.
Yeah. We have things that we're both stronger at, but I really only have a little bit that I can do differently than him. Like, he can do everything, and he's super good.
Yeah, so Mako, I know you're going to be watching this, so do a collab with Secrets. That would be chef's kiss. Love it.
Maybe we'll just make something, just him and I. We were talking about it. I think it would be fun.
That would be...
Just to put it out, do whatever, you know?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. That gets the Brandon seal of approval. I would totally be about that.
Talking about Mako so much, check out his band Twin Cities.
Yes. Come on, Mako. You gotta come on the channel. I've been trying to get this man on the channel, but he is so damn busy. So, also, can't help but feel super happy for all that he's accomplished. He's one of the nicest dudes I know. So
he's an absolute road dog. I can't imagine being out as much as he is. He's always working.
He is always working. The next question I have for you, Rich, is my personal favorite. I'm a huge nerd, so I love to ask it. If you could be a video game character, who would you be?
Cloud from Final Fantasy VII.
Woo, that was quick with it. I like that.
He's been one of my favorite characters since I first played the game.
Oh, Final Fantasy VII, man.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite characters so much that every game where you get to name yourself, I always name him Cloud.
Respect.
Yeah, I wish that remake didn't suck.
Yeah. I also feel like the classic is still there.
It's so gosh dang good, man. And the remake, it's good. It's just so linear, and you're so stuck, and you're only in Midgar the whole time, and now we gotta wait. How many years has it been until we get the second part of it? I think they just did it real wrong. Real wrong. You're losing everyone's attention at this point. So it's like, okay, you get through this first part, a very small part of the whole game, the game as a whole. Then now they're like, okay, here's 2, which isn't even out yet. I don't even think they have a release date, right?
I don't believe so. No. That's rough. It is rough.
Who would yours be?
Well, for the sake of semblance, I'm a huge Pokemon fan, so I have to say the first game that got me into just video games as a whole is Pokemon Gold and Silver. So the trainer, funnily enough, his name is Brendan, which is obviously not too far off from my name. So I would have to go with Brendan from Pokemon Gold and Silver. That's right there in the heart.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gold
Big
and
fan.
Silver, huh?
Yeah,
I red,
I literally
yellow.
have shout-outs to I got a bunch of them on my desk. Alakazam,
Damn, dude. I don't have any of that stuff. I got this guy.
And I got obviously the OG Charizard.
Oh, Charizard. Hell yeah, dude.
So.
What's your favorite Pokemon?
Ooh, I don't think anybody asked me that. I don't think anybody's asked me that.
If you had somebody that was gonna be in the ball all the time with you, who is it?
I would say first choice would be Typhlosion. Honorable mention, I'd probably say Flygon from Gen 3.
Flygon?
Yeah, that's this guy here. Shoutouts to my little
Oh shit.
My little
Dude, I didn't keep up with everything so much, but that's rad. Not bad. I saw the say the first one again.
Typhlosion.
He's fire.
Yes, he's
Nice.
the fire guy. If I had it, I don't think I have any of my Typhlosion stuff in my room here, but I will find a place for him to reside in my room somewhere. But yeah, I love Pokemon. That's probably my favorite video game of all time. But
I couldn't really tell. First thing I see over there is freaking Pikachu.
It's a giant Pikachu. Yeah, that's true. No one's seen that, so that was the first time I think I showed anybody that. So
you don't wear it on your sleeve at all, dude.
Totally don't. And I've eventually it will be on my actual arm. So
you're going for it.
I'm double dipping here, but
that's sick, Brandon. I mean, Pokemon is so fun. I was already into video games so much, but those games, the first time I played them on a Game Boy, I was just like, man, it's like time travel. Dude.
Oh yeah, nostalgia, baby.
Well, no, I mean, when I was a kid, I would look down at that screen and I'd look up and I'd be like, nighttime? What just happened?
Oh yeah.
It moved so fast. It would just.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mine would be I don't. Arcanine is kind of like he's always been my favorite. I don't think he's like super powerful in any way, but I mean we both like he's fire based too, right?
He is, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ninetales is dope too.
All the fire types. I'm just a fire type guy. I like those.
Me too. Me too. I've always kind of been that way as well.
That or dragon
Yeah.
types are the chef's kiss. We love them. But
Yeah.
I again, that's Nintendo generally is just my jam. I've always grown up playing like all of the Nintendo systems, so I feel like for me it's just like I'm always gonna continue to love what they do, regardless of like how many people shit on them. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Which is totally
Yeah,
fine.
I mean,
I know that they're not like I know the Switch is not the most powerful gaming system like known to man, but I love it.
I mean, you gotta expect that from Nintendo. That's
Yeah.
the way it is. They get by. Oh gosh, what am I saying? Link.
Well, yeah, our guy Link.
Yeah. There you go. Hold on. I need to get a better camera over here. I get this like shitty Avermedia one.
Oh, yes. Oh, Toon
Big
Link.
boy.
Hell yeah.
Got Fallout over here.
Nice. Yeah, look at you. You got some good ones.
Yeah, I mean Link is so dope, but I feel like Cloud has just always been like he's a little more badass.
He is. You're right.
And also a little more emotional. Like Link is a cute, fun character throughout everything, but it's never like you don't ever really see him fall in love in any sense. He's just always saving Hyrule.
Yeah. He's
And,
very much like the generic like hero arc,
Yeah, and I think Cloud is a little bit deeper. And dude, he had 2 love interests.
He did. You're right.
Yeah, so
Big facts.
very very deep. Yeah, that's a good question.
Thank you.
Have you ever had anybody on that doesn't actually play video games and they're like,
I
don't know,
have,
Mario?
but I also feel like I can kind of like weed them out, a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, you can sense when people play video games. I get that like, I get that like spider sense, like them, like
Yeah.
they're not really vibing with that, But I'll ask the question if I know I can test the water a little bit. So then that's when I'll truly know the answer. But I haven't gotten an answer I haven't liked, so I'm gonna continue to keep adding it in the rotation. But
It's funny that you picked like the most generic sort of character too. Like Brendan doesn't even talk.
he does not.
He doesn't have any dialogue. No.
Zero dialogue. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just goes out and throws Pokeballs at random animals in the street, like. So, we're just non-talkative people. I think that's what I've realized. We're just This guy has zero confrontation. He's just like, we just square up, and I throw Pokeballs and we battle, and I take your money, and then go to the next person.
Whoa! Shit.
Are you right there?
Jesus, man.
Did your chair break?
My lot came out for a second. I thought I was going down, Brandon.
That would have been
I
terrible.
almost called you Brendan because we were talking about the trainer.
It's all right. I've heard I've heard it all, so it's all good. But
yeah, the only reason was because of what we were just talking about. But I feel like that's that's why Link is so great. He doesn't say a damn thing. You're living through him. It feels like you're the character. Sometimes lead role dialogue can really kill a game.
Unless you're Cloud from Final Fantasy VII.
Unless you're Cloud, yeah.
Then
Cloud, when 7, the original, you're just reading the whole time. So whatever you think his voice would be is whatever you imagine it to be.
I just imagine it to just be like the most like perfect voice in existence,
Yeah.
He seems like a little gruff.
I don't think they did too bad with the voice acting in the remake, which is good because a lot of Japanese games they'll really botch it with the dubs.
That's true facts. True facts.
Yeah.
The next question I have for you, Rich, if you were to compile a dream tour lineup including secrets, who would be on it?
Jeez, I don't know. A bunch of bands that it wouldn't make any dang sense.
Well, do it then. I love when they don't make. The farther off they are, I think the better.
Yeah, so brand new Manchester Orchestra and Death Cab for Cutie.
Ooh,
Secrets headlining.
Secrets headlining. That'd be sick.
No, Secrets opening. And then we just played all of our songs that are all singing. No, we played all of our heaviest songs.
That would be sick. Okay, respect.
I mean, like that. Put Wonder Years on there too. We'll do a 5-slot tour. So Wonder Years, Manchester Orchestra, Death Cab for Cutie and Brand New.
That would be kind of wild. I'd be about
What do you
that.
think? What do you think about that?
I like that. I think that would
Let's
be
do a
great idea.
let's do a six slaughter though. We'll add Cartel on there.
Now-
Because if they're on there, we would make a little more sense, even though we would still be out of our element.
The heaviest
by a
band on the
long
bill.
way.
I don't know. Manchester could pull out some of their heavier songs. You know, I would argue
Yeah, good band.
they
It's
are
a
they
really
are.
good band.
Shout outs to Manchester Orchestra. But the next question I have for you, Rich, favorite TV show.
Oh, yeah, we gotta fly through this, huh? We're a little bit over
We're
schedule.
a little over schedule. That's all right.
Favorite TV show or movie?
Yes, favorite TV show movie.
Favorite movie right now, best movie I've seen probably in my life. I'm leaning towards that. Is Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Ooh, I haven't seen that yet, but I really want to see that movie so bad.
It's almost 11 there, right?
It's close. We're getting there.
Yeah. Well, when you're all done, I don't know how late you stay up. Watch that movie.
Will do.
It's the best. And then TV show, I don't know. I bet your mother. I know I have a much deeper answer for that, but we got to keep rolling. But Everything Everywhere All at Once is just fantastic. And the next would probably be like Alien, Pulp
Ooh.
Fiction. That's a good enough answer. Those are great movies.
I like those.
I could talk about movies for fucking ever. Though. What else we got?
We'll have to hop on another call. But
Yeah.
the next question I have for you, Rich, is the one that I end cap a lot of my interviews with is, what do you want people to take away from Secrets, whether it be from a lyrical aspect, a musical aspect, or a combination of the two? What do you hope that people kind of understand about what you guys do?
Whatever they need to take away from it. I just hope it helps people, but at the same time, it doesn't matter. As long as you enjoy it.
There we go.
Like some people have like this really deep answer for it. I know what I get from it. It's
Sure.
therapeutic for me. It's important. It's everything I've ever always wanted to do is make music, and I get the opportunity now. I don't like doing song breakdowns, like what the meaning is, because I feel like it takes away from the user experience. So
Sure. Okay.
whatever somebody, like if they get something they need, or they're just like, fuck this band, and they go on YouTube and talk shit, that might be something they need too. They needed to yell at somebody.
They yell at the computer screen.
I mean, that's all I can ask for. And also, give me your money.
That's true. That's true.
So I could keep
Doing it.
living my dreams out.
There we go. And then the perfect segue to giving you money, which would be the next thing. Tell the people where they can find you at on social media, what you guys have coming up in the next couple months, and obviously where they can pick up the collapse and, anything else you would like to plug, Rich.
Our social media is Secrets Official, right?
I think
Let me
so.
look.
Yeah.
Let me look real quick. I'm starting to second guess myself here.
It's all right. It's all right.
Because our email is like Secrets Band Official, yeah. So everything is Secrets Official.
Woo!
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I actually don't know the Facebook. I don't have a Facebook anymore. And then I forgot our website. Secrets Official Band.
Woo!
SecretsOfficialBand.com.
There we go.
Okay, let me sell that a little better right now.
It's okay. Do it. Do it. I know you got it. I believe in you.
Yeah.
I believe in you, Rich.
So all of our socials are Secrets Official, and then our website is secretsofficialband.com. Go check out our new album, The Collapse, and thank you.
There we go. Well, guys, listen. It was an absolute dream to have Rich on as a longtime fan and hopefully now friend. Please go check out Secrets. I don't know if you've been living under a rock and have not checked out Secrets. Now is the time to take yourself out from underneath the rock and to go check out Secrets and go listen to their entire catalog. Like, listen, one of the bands that has been a staple in my life and I feel like should be a staple in your life. So please go do that. Go pick up their new album, The Collapse. I got to pick it up on vinyl. I was very stupid and did not buy it earlier because, moving's expensive. But please go pick it up. I don't buy it before I do because I need to buy it. So wait until this comes out and then I'll buy it first and then you can buy it. So just want to preface that. But go check all the links in the description to find out about Secrets. I imagine they'll be coming to a city near you very soon. So go check them out. And if you enjoyed this interview, share, like, and subscribe. And huge thanks to Rich for coming on tonight and chatting with me.
Thank you, Brandon. That was really nice. I appreciate that.